Well, I knew this day would come, you guys, and it's kind of making me sad. Making me sad, but it's something I have to do, and I know it's the right thing to do, and just can't believe it's already here. But anyway, if you guys want to find out what it is, then be sure and come right on back. Hey, welcome back, you guys. If you thought that this scene was familiar, you are correct. I am in the Etta Mae II. That is my uh, my big camper van. It is a 1992 Ford Econoline E150 that I converted into a mini motorhome. Bought it in 2013. So I've had it almost 8 years. Next year, well, yeah, I've had it 8 years. But next year, this van will be 30 years old, you guys. 30 years old, and it is still doing great. I just had to put, some minor things into it, and I've had it all over the place. I really, truly have. I've had it all over the place, several states, and it's done great. I have had to put some things into it, but, not a whole lot. And it's still in good shape. But it does have some things that if I do keep it, it's going to take some money to put into it. And I just, now, it's not practical for me because if y'all have been following along on the YouTube channel and here on the Facebook page and well, everywhere, Instagram and the galgoncamping.com blog, you'll know that I bought here a couple years ago. I bought a vintage travel trailer, and so I have been fixing that up, doing the things I want to in there. It's almost done. And then I also have a 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan that I use as a micro camper, and I love that. And so, I was going to do a video called "Why 3 Rigs," and I probably still will, but and that the reason was, first of all, I was doing things to each one of them, so that was content, for the blog, and I was a learning experience, finding out what worked, what didn't work, some do-it-yourself projects. So you'll see that in the on the YouTube channel. You'll see some things I did in here. But anyway, I just, after I bought the camper and then converted the minivan for camping, I wasn't using this big high top van hardly any, and it just is not practical for me to keep it any longer. And it's sad, though. I'm sad to be letting it go. I remember when I was searching for a van like this, it took me forever to find it, and it was pretty special time back then when I did find it. And it's been good to me. It's been good to me for 8 years, and it still has a life in it. But a friend of mine is purchasing it, and he wants it just for camping. And so I think he's going to be doing some local trips and things like that. So it's going to be perfect for him and his lady. So I know they're going to get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I'm glad it's going to a good home. So I am going to flip this around and let you see. Like I said, I did do some videos on some of the things I did in here, like this one right here. This is the counter that I built. I got something's on the curtain. It's like it's bleach or something. But anyway, I built this little counter top space. I did that, I don't know if that was last year, whenever it was. And, I'm not no carpenter, you guys, but it served a purpose. And, I used a curtain that I already had. In that video, I talk about, use what you already have. And it has the little drawers under here, and still, space for storage. So that was a project. The one I didn't get around to is, now this van did not have any storage of any kind. Now the 1989 GMC that I told you I had, it was more plush than this, and it had the wood cabinets all the way around the sides and on the front. And here's my groovy sign, you guys, and it has been so groovy. So I had to come up with some storage ideas. So that's what I did, and I just took these inexpensive bins. I think I was at the dollar store, and you see the handles on each side of them. I just strung in through those, strung along bungee cords, and secured it up in the little crack where the two pieces come together with the ceiling and the wall there. And of course, this is for lightweight stuff, you know, keeping paper plates and cups and um, dish towels and rags and bath towels and all that kind of stuff, lightweight stuff. There's a, you know, foil and lighter, kitchen stuff, garbage bags, and it was great for that, you know. And then I would keep some things back in here, and so it did well. Had I have kept it, I was going to do something more permanent with storage up there, try to make some kind of cabinets or whatever. And I had some ideas on that, but you know, I don't need to be doing that now. And if you can see behind me, that was a project. That's also a video on the YouTube channel. Is I took Reflectix and I made roll-up shades instead of just using the Reflectix to stick in the window. Which I did do on my micro camper on the caravan, Dodge Grand Caravan. But this one, I just did as a roll-up shade and secured it with a little bungee cord and a attachment up here under the pull-down shade. So this one, you have both, and it works out well. I did that on all of the windows, and the very back windows, the side windows. I didn't do it in the cab windows. Didn't really need to do that. But you know, when I would use this fan, I would put a you know, just the regular sun shield. You know, it's made pretty much all this same stuff. I put it up there. And then the privacy curtain has done really well. And I just took an inexpensive curtain from, I think that was from the dollar store. And I cut it. Once again, hot glued, you guys, because I can sew. Not well. I just don't want to. I don't have the patience for it. My mom was a wonderful seamstress, and but you know, I didn't get that. I didn't get that that from her. I just don't enjoy doing it. But I did take cut it off and hemmed it, and made it to where it wasn't too long, so I had room for, you know, moving things in and under that. And so at night, just close that curtain, and you have privacy. So it works out great. And it was actually the, I think this is the sunblock material. Or is it? No, it doesn't have that in there. But that would be even better, is to get the blackout curtain, you know, on one side, so it would keep some, more light out. And it would also, you know, be a little more energy efficient, like keep your heat or your air in. So that's some of the projects that I've done in here. Oh, another one was the bed, you guys. So, you know, it's a bench seat that lets down into almost a full-size bed. Pretty much is. It's great for if you're on the shorter side like me. And I had some old foam that I had put down first on top of that. See that right there? That was older. Like I said, don't throw nothing away. But it still wasn't plush enough for me. You know, I am a camper, but I like my comfort, you guys. I like comfort. Who doesn't like comfort? Anyway, I did add this. I believe this is 6. Is this 6 inches? I believe. Yeah, this was 6 inches of. And I got this on Amazon, and I believe it's called. I'll try to find that. Green tea. Something other memory foam. And oh my gosh, you guys, that done the trick. So I've got basically about well, that's, I think it's 4 inches too, so it's about it's a total of about 8 inches of memory foam on this bed. And then I have a comforter on top of that, and I had a sleeping bag that I wasn't using, just unzip that and use that for extra. And then I had, you know, to be decorative, I had one of my mom's old quilts that I'd had, and I love that. And a little throw up here, and then plenty of pillows, you guys. You gotta have plenty of pillows. And I'm telling you right now, you'll not get a better night's sleep, a more comfortable night's sleep than in this van, and it is awesome. And so, you know, when I turn it over, it's gonna be ready. It's gonna be, it's gonna be ready to go camping. Like I said, there is some things that needs to be done. I have a couple of the back doors that are not wanting to open. One of them I know, because it happened on one of the side doors. It's just the latch on the inside gave out due to age, and I had one of them replaced, and that happened with that one. And so it's just more than I want to deal with, and I just don't see the sense in doing it when I got these other rigs that I'm using. So it definitely has served its purpose. And just to show you the, let's see, cab area here. So through the curtains here, I used one of the, what do they call it, the it's like the bamboo cushion, because I am short, and that extra cushion is comfy on your butt. I fell skating years ago, you guys, and I broke my tailbone, and I've never been the same. So sitting for long periods of time does bother me. These captain's chairs, super comfortable, and of course have a decorative rug down here, and I had a luggable loo. That was the potty, and I use that now in the camper. I brought it in here to do this video, but I have the camper actually came with a little porta potty cassette toilet. So far I haven't cared that much about it, and I'm using the luggable loo in the camper. I mean, I might change my mind later. I don't know yet. I really don't know what I'm going to do about that yet, but love the luggable loo. It's just so easy. And turn this back around here for some more. I'll show you another set of the plastic drawers. I used to have everything really good and organized. Electrical cords, bungee straps, lighting, everything you need was in these drawers or overhead, or this over here, of course, was my kitchen, the counter. I had all my kitchen stuff under here in the plastic drawers down here. So anyway, I was able to have some cool projects in the van, and maybe give some folks some ideas. That's why I did the videos on it, on the counter and on the roll-up shades and things like that. And then also for water, last year I had gotten one of the big, what is it, a 5-gallon jug that you get at Walmart or wherever, Food City or any of those places. But I got from Amazon, I got the manual hand pump on it. You just put on top of it, and so I had running water basically. You can have a USB pump too, but I didn't think that I needed it. It wasn't necessary for me. So you can also see that video. So be sure and check out the projects that I did do in this van. And this is the Etta Mae II, you guys. If y'all have been following along, my first one was named the Etta Mae after my grandmother. And then this one I named the Etta Mae II. And then when I got my travel trailer, I named it Little Et, because that's what everybody used to call me, because I was so much like my mama Et, and they used to call me Little Et. So, and she loved to travel when she could, and so I named it Little Et. And then my micro camper with the Dodge Caravan is the Mini Et. So anyway, you guys, this is gonna be hard to let her go, but it's time. Well, Etta Mae II is leaving the driveway for the last time. I'm telling you guys, harder than what I thought it would be. Y'all get attached to vehicles. I don't know if I'm the only one or what, but I always did. I get attached to vehicles. Anyway, gotta stop and get us a little bit of gas, and then we'll be doing the changeover today. Stay tuned. mission is complete. The Etta Mae II is gone. Gone to her new home, and I'm hoping that my friends who bought it will get a lot of enjoyment out of it. It still has a lot of life left in it, just needs some work. And I tell you what, I certainly have enjoyed that van. I have been all over the place in it, and it has served me very well. And it's hard to say goodbye, but it was time. Sometimes you just gotta know when to let go. More ways than one, right? Okay, you guys, on to the next adventure. Remember, stay tuned, and to find out what's coming up next, what kind of adventures and how-tos and product reviews and tips and ideas and resources and all kinds of good stuff. Be sure to subscribe to the Gal Gone Camping YouTube channel and follow along on Facebook and Instagram, and be sure to hop over to the galgonecamping.com blog and stay informed and hit that like button. That will give you notification of when something new is coming out on the YouTube channel, and share if you would, and somebody else might be interested. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and just a little update on the high top vans. Like I said, I've had two, and both of them done phenomenal. And I bought them, later in their life because that's all I could afford. And both of them did great. And I highly recommend. And they're getting harder to find anymore because there are so many people living this lifestyle and traveling more, living out of vans and that kind of thing. So they are getting harder to find, but they're still out there. And I would highly encourage anybody to look at that. If they are looking at traveling and need some extra space, they're great. If you're shorter, you can stand up in a high top, or a slightly raised roof. And they're just awesome. I've had two of them, like I said, and I love them. And so that's a good way to get into this lifestyle for sure. But I'm going to concentrate on the camper now, and even more so in the minivan. So y'all stay tuned. I'll be bringing lots of things like that coming up. Lots of ideas. So anyway, have a wonderful